Guys, welcome back to the house. So listen, we got to go ahead and very quickly talk about this halftime show. I don't have a lot to say about the situation because honestly, the music was just a little bit before my time. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat the situation. However, I really did like it. Now, I recognized a lot of the music. I recognized a lot of the beats. Like, of course, I knew the "We Gonna Be All Right" Kendrick Lamar. Okay, that one I know. And I knew the beat to "Da Da 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 Da." And the California, that one. Okay, I knew the Mary J. Blige ones. For the most part, the Eminem one, I think that was like from 8 Mile, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all fact check me in the comments down below. Of course, 50 Cent. Okay, that was during my time. 50 Cent. What was it? The birthday song? I don't know. And who else? Yeah, I think that was it. I think that was it. Y'all, am I missing somebody? Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent. I love the fact that it was like, homage to Dr. Dre and everything that he's produced and been a part of. Of course, a lot of West Coast rap, a lot of hip hop and things of that nature. I wasn't really sure what was going on with the stage setup. I don't know if they were on top of a car or if they were on top of like a house. I didn't really understand that. I would have to really like zoom in and like really pay attention, but this is just my opinion based off of first listen. I liked it. It was cute. Like it was really cute. I believe this is the product of Rock Nation and Jay-Z. I believe they are still doing the music for the halftime show. So it was a great selection of artists. I was not expecting Kendrick Lamar. I was not expecting 50 Cent. So I thought that those were really great surprises. With that being said, though, my only critique was the stage setup. I thought was just kind of weird. I didn't know what it was. I thought the choreography was a little bit on the corny side. Like it was something about it that just didn't fit the music to me. And then my third and last critique from first impression was Mary J. Blige's vocals, which, in my humble and personal opinion, I don't want anybody attacking me. I don't want the Mary J. Blige beehive to attack me. In my personal opinion, I did not expect much because from what I have heard of Mary's vocals, she's not really that much of a vocalist, right? But she started off doing her first song, which I was kind of surprised because she lied and said she was only doing one song, and I believe she did too. But besides that, she started off doing one song, lip syncing, and then, it turned into natural vocals, right? When she was doing the lip syncing, it sounded really obvious, right? It was really obvious. And, it was like, okay, like it wasn't bad, but it was just like, okay, I could tell that you're just mouthing and, doing what you do with the little microphone. Outfit was bomb. For someone of her age, wearing that is like, yes, I was absolutely here for it. Madonna, take some notes. If you want to be risque and you want to show some skin, take notes from Mary J. Blige. She does it very well. You do it not so well. But yeah, like I was saying, she started off doing the lip syncing. It was super obvious. Then it's like, it kind of sounded like she was singing, but then it was still lip syncy, and then it went back to obviously lip syncy. And I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Not the biggest fan, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad. That was just something that I noticed. But overall, I really did like it. So shout out to the NFL. Oh, and before I forget, I do believe that according to some reports, Eminem asked the NFL if it was okay for him to take a kneel during his performance. They said no, allegedly. And he ended up taking a kneel anyways. I'll go ahead and post the picture up here. I liked that personally because, we all know that the NFL is wrong on their stance when it came to the kneels. And, what was the man's name? Colin Kaepernick. Okay, y'all, don't get me to talking about sports because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But I like the fact that Eminem did that despite not allegedly being allowed to. So y'all got to let me know how y'all feel about that situation in the comments down below. Now, let's go ahead and talk celebrity Big Brother very quickly. I had a lot of people under my comments of the last night's video of Big Brother trying to say, oh my God, you need to keep up. You need to watch the feed. Cynthia and Carson are losing. They're this, they're that, they're the third. And I'm just like, y'all. I already know. When I posted that video, I was already kept up to speed about what was happening on the live feeds, what was happening with the HOH, what all the drama was about. I had already knew. Okay, I already knew. But the way that I'm doing my recaps is I'm trying to keep up with the episodes. I think that's the easiest route to go. So I'm not going to spoil too far ahead, right? I'm waiting to be caught up with the episodes because most people aren't doing the live feeds. Most people aren't, keeping up with the show 2-3 nights before the actual drama airs because the show airs every night anyway. So it's just too much. So I'm keeping up with the actual TV show. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's see. Carson ends up winning the HOH. Y'all know it was an endurance comp. They had to stand on that thing with the wall going back and forth and the paint and all of the rest of the stuff hitting them in their face and whatnot. Carson ended up winning. You guys know that I was super excited about that situation because Cynthia and Carson needed a break from being the targets for 3 damn weeks. All right. With that being said, it was Carson and Todrick left on that little wall though. And of course, what does Todrick do? He asks for a deal that I am hoping Carson does not follow through with. We need Todrick up there on that block. But of course, Carson is like, yes, I promise not to put you on the block or backdoor you. I hope Carson lying, y'all. I hope he lying because Todrick has been lying to his face the entire time. So why not lie to his ass back? But anyways, so they make a little deal. Carson ends up winning. I'm very happy at that situation. We get this little scene of Lamar. He still doesn't know how the veto works. He doesn't know how to play Big Brother. And this whole time, I'm still like kind of confused by that. Is Carson manipulating us? Do y'all ever remember a show called, was it For the Love of Money? Let me see if I can Google it. I Love Money. That's what it was called. I Love Money. Remember a show called I Love Money on VH1? There was this influx, this renaissance of reality shows on VH1 that dealt with like the Bachelor style type shows, the I Love New Yorks and The Flavor of Love and Real Chance of Love and For the Love of Ray J and Real Rock of Love and all that other bullshit, right? Remember, it was all those love Bachelorette, Bachelor-esque type shows on VH1. And so they decided to do like a crossover series called I Love Money, where it would be a whole bunch of people coming together in a house competing for a cash prize and whatnot. And there was a character on there named It. Do y'all remember It? This is super, long ago. But It like played dumb. Right? He played dumb. He acted like he didn't know what the hell was going on for the whole entire series. And then he made it to the actual season finale. He went inside the confessional and he said, these people think that I really didn't know how to play this game the whole damn time, but I played dumb to get to this point, and now I'm ready to compete. A part of me feels like Lamar Odom is on that type of time. And I'm just like, why is everybody so hell-bent about Carson when we still got Lamar in the house? Now, don't get me wrong. I like Lamar. I'm rooting for Lamar. I think he's sexy as hell, my personal opinion. But it's kind of like, Lamar to me is one of the biggest threats, my personal opinion. So I think he's manipulating the entire house, trying to play dumb. Anyways, moving right along. Carson is going around the house talking about who wants to see my HOH room. And, Misha doesn't want to be fake, so she doesn't want to see the HOH room, which I thought was really interesting that she said in the confessional that she's not fake and she's not going to kiss butt and all of that stuff. When this whole time in the Big Brother house, you've been wanting people to kiss your behind. This game for the past 2 weeks has been nothing but who can kiss and beat up Misha's ass crack. I mean, I'm just saying. So y'all got to let me know how y'all feel about that. All right, you guys. So listen, Shayna, Carson, and Cynthia are having a conversation with Todrick Hall. They want Todrick to be on their side of the house and leave Misha in the dust. Of course, that's not going to happen. Todrick then goes back to Misha and said, yeah, they're trying to, get me to leave you and join their little Final Four. He says, it ain't finna happen. And then he tells Misha, I'm just going to go to Cynthia and Carson and blow up Shayna's game because Shayna has been playing both sides of the house. Now, That's when we get this conversation between Todrick and Cynthia. And Todrick basically tells Cynthia, you don't need to be trusting Shayna. Shayna's not trustworthy. She's been playing both sides of the house. She's been wanting you and Carson to go home. She told us that you guys were threats, this, that, and the third. She's a snake with blonde weave. He goes on and on and on and on and on about Shayna. And in my head, I'm thinking, Cynthia is believing this. No. Okay, this is not good. This is not good because basically Todrick is trying to manipulate the situation and it's working. And you want to know why it's working? Because technically everything that Todrick is saying is true. Shayna was working both sides of the house. Shayna was having conversations with Misha and Todrick. Shayna Slick was in an alliance. That is technically true. And the reason why it's so easy for Todrick to manipulate Cynthia and Carson is because Cynthia and Carson are playing this integrity game inside the Big Brother house where people are manipulating and lying and backstabbing. So you already have a vulnerable mind. With that being said, it's not like Todrick is really lying. He's telling the truth. Shayna really was working both sides, but after a certain point, there was a line that was drawn in the sand, and she ended up sticking with her original peeps, which would have been, Carson and Cynthia. So I say that to say Cynthia's believing it. Carson is believing it as the new HOH. Everybody's up in arms about Shayna. They then have a conversation about Shayna. They're confronting her about things that she said. They keep asking her, were you targeting us? And did you have a Final Four with Misha and Chris and Todrick? And were you trying to get us out? Were you playing both sides? Just bomb rushing this girl with all types of questions. She's trying to lay it out. She's trying to tell the story about how it really was. But honestly, Cynthia especially is not really going for it. So in my personal opinion, I think that this was a very smart strategic game move made by Todrick Hall. Bravo. Okay, I have to give credit where credit is due. He tried to manipulate the situation, and honey, it worked. Okay, so bravo, bravo, bravo to him. At the end of the day, I understand if Carson and Cynthia is upset with Shayna. Do I believe that it should have been taken to that level? Cynthia, you trying to get all hype, and this time we cannot blame Lamar? No, I do not think it should have been taken to that level because, in all honesty, Cynthia is upset because Shayna is trying to protect herself. And that's something that you should be doing in this house too, Cynthia. You want to put your fate in the game in everybody else's hands. And Shayna has been trying to keep herself safe. So you can't really be mad at her for trying to play the game. With that being said, I am just hoping and wishing and praying that Carson and Cynthia see the light at the end of the damn tunnel and they get Misha and or Todrick outside the house. Okay, they need to go. They need to go. Stop being upset with Shayna. Obviously, this is a ploy. Obviously, this is a setup. Obviously, this is manipulation to get the attention on Shayna and off of Misha, and I don't like it. I don't like it. I think Cynthia's whole thing is, I know and understand that Todrick and Misha have been gunning for me. But I had no idea that Shayna was ever against me or Carson at all. So I understand why she's hurt and shocked and thrown off. But you also have to understand, Cynthia, that this is a plot. This is a scheme that Todd is trying to set up to try to manipulate you. Yes, what Todrick is saying is technically true. But why is he saying this to you? What is his intent? Do you really want to risk leaving Misha and Todrick both inside this house so that they can put you up on the block again? Sis, like, come on now. Come on now. It's like they're picking off their own. They're picking off their own. It started with Teddy, then Mariah, then, who just went home? Chris Kirkpatrick. And now y'all are thinking about backdooring Shayna? Wrong road, sis. Cynthia, I'm going to need you to smarten up. Cynthia, I'm going to need you to smarten up. I'm going to need you to smarten up and stop trying to hype up the house, okay? Where is the classy housewife? It's like Todd Bridges brought out 50 Cent and you never laid her to rest after that. So y'all got to let me know how y'all feel about that situation in the comments down below. I'm going to go ahead and log off. Write down in the comments if you want me to continue to recap Celebrity Big Brother. I love you guys, and don't forget to create a great day.